You see that warning? Yeah, well, ignore it.
All right, well, we're live.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is what time it is? 6:28. Yeah, we're a little bit late going on. Had to figure out a couple of things, but it's 64 degrees in the Twin Cities. You know what? Finally got some cooler weather last week. 94 degrees here, I think, and we went to the Black Hills. It was 104 out there when we got there, and it was hot all weekend until yesterday. It was 56 and strong winds blowing when we left out there in South Dakota. So crazy, wacky weather. But you know what? It's Earth phases, so and it's summer for at least about 2 more weeks. And tonight we got Leanne Vitalis, and I wanted to get this lady on. She's going to be a regular. Cody Reisner, my sidekick, and I'm Win Johnson in the groundhog hole on this. What day is this? This is the 6th day of September, 2023. And hope things are good in your area. Cody, can you get us a national map? Can we get that on too with all three of us on so we can see what else is going on in the country? He's
You
working on
gotta
it.
open up. You gotta open up the weather app. Here, I'll do it.
And we can squeeze them in somewhere. Sorry, we should have thought about this before, but you know what? I'm getting old and stupid, so my dementia kicks in. If the president can get by with it, I should be able to get by with it, right? Mitch McConnell. Imagine him as a weatherman.
Yeah.
Great Caesar's ghost, the things he would predict. Okay, don't have anything going on in the upper Midwest, don't look like. Oh, nothing. Just some East Coast. Green Bay's getting some showers, and looks like way over by Montreal. Uh, yeah,
Fires.
not much going on. So, football season kicking in this weekend. Vikings are going to play Tampa Bay. That'll be a massacre. And Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the Broncos with their new quarterback. This is the second year that Russell Wilson's been with the Broncos, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was there last year.
He's kind of like Rodgers. He's a has-been. Aaron Rodgers left the Packers, and he went to the Jets, right? New York
Yes,
Jets.
yes.
Yeah. So if he ever shows his face in Wisconsin again, I'm sure they'll slow roast him because they all hate him now. And we are stuck with Kirk Cousins for yet one more year. So at the end of his contract, we lost Adam Thielen this year, Dalvin Cook, and some other key players. And that's I think our season's going to be a disaster. Cody, what are you doing fuzzing us out?
No, they don't see that. It's all good.
Okay. So anyway, Cody, you had some things you wanted to talk about. Have at it, my friend.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, look, Hunter's about to be indicted this month. That's a good thing, right?
I'll believe it when I see it.
I think by the 29th, they said they're determined to do it by the end of the month.
I just read that on a crawl on my phone or something, but I'll have to see it before I believe it. And you know what? I don't care what they do with him. I really don't. It's just the fact that the president is a lying scumbag, and that's just a fact. I mean, he's got multi-million dollar mansions,
Yeah.
and he's got all this stuff on a senator's salary. Come on. I mean, they all do it. They're all into insider trading. That's why they have no term limits, and that's why they're there forever.
You think that's the only reason that they all become millionaires? Insider trading. You think that's the only way?
No, that's one of many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and selling secrets, just pack them up and put them in the old garage where Hunter can get his little greedy grabbers on him. And
Biden got all his money from China and Ukraine.
yeah, he got a lot of it. There's no question about that. Now they're counting 20 million, but it's a different figure every time we hear it. One time it's 10 million, from Ukraine, and the next time it's 350,000 from China and 3.5 from the mayor of Moscow's wife, and yeah, so really interesting. But you know that these people are crooked. Every cotton picking one of them. Nancy Pelosi's as crooked as a dog's hind leg. I'm absolutely sure every one of them are, but on both sides. But here's the trick: you try to find people who will do something for the country while they're feathering their nest, and not completely destroy us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Sorry, Leanne, you're thinking long and hard.
yeah,
I
man.
believe
We
it's all a show, and you talking about it actually just fans the flames of the stupidity of this nation. And actually, on May 20th, I gave up my US citizenship and I am now an American state national. And if everyone did that, because the US went bankrupt, actually a few times, but um, if everyone did that and joined their state assembly, we could have our own courts, our own political system, and everything, and they would have no power. So instead of talking about it, complaining, and just shooting the breeze with people about idiots in these in the government, we need to make our own and in tandem, like right alongside. And so what that will do is take away their power because right now we're all slaves. Well, I'm not because I'm not a citizen anymore or a resident or any a person is also a slave. I am we the people and I am on a mission to help the state assemblies get back to the original republic of the United States.
Hold on just a second. Why is she fading in and out?
it may be our internet. It could be her internet.
Oh yeah, it might be our internet.
But no, you're not fading in and out that bad. It's just a little bit. But this is
But
a
but
very
what
interesting concept, though.
what she is talking about, I want to understand more about it because it sounds complicated. But the question is, I mean, you give up citizenship, right? So do you still have the right and the privileges of like driving on the highways and
Voting,
voting and
It's interesting you bring up privileges because
they're
with
not a privilege. They're rights.
a privilege, you have to follow their statutes and codes. Where if you are an American state national, you still have all the privileges in terms of like normal daily life, but you don't have all the weight of like taxes and fees and all that crap. So
So is this
go
kind
ahead.
of falling into the category of the ideal where you've heard people probably say if you don't pay taxes one day from the beginning, you never technically have to pay taxes. Have you heard people say that?
I know a few people at the Minnesota State Assembly or the Minnesota Assembly, and one person hasn't paid since I think it was in 1873. Another person hasn't paid for 4 years. So I've actually talked to these people. Um, I found out about it through David Straight, but he's not actually as straight as you can get because he is leading people astray, I'm hearing.
row.
The person who is really leading the charge, she's from Wisconsin, but she lives in, or she was born in Wisconsin, but she lives in Alaska, and her name is Anna Wrights. And she has these, they're called Grana Bites on YouTube, and it explains the whole thing about how the United States was pretty much bamboozled to become a corporation, and it's very interesting. Just look her up, and she has her own website and everything. Let me find it. I think I have it. Yeah, Anna Von Reitz. So it's ANNAVON Reitz REITZ.com. I'll put it in the comments. Um, but she has a search box in there, and you can search anything that will answer all of your questions. And then There's also a site where you can go to your state's assembly and just ask the coordinator to get on the communication list, the email list, start attending the meetings, start finding out what it's about. And if it's right for you, move forward. If it's not, don't. It's a very personal thing. Uh, I feel like it's the right thing for me because I feel like the government is really taking advantage of us in terms of just making us slaves with all the taxes, especially Minnesota is one of the worst. Um, and not just that, but also we as a people don't understand our own rights anymore. We are kings and queens. We were born free. But then when your mom signs your birth certificate application, she actually gives you up as a ward of the state. And most people don't know that. That's also very tricky. And that's how the evil people work, is they're very tricky. I mean, we hear that from biblical times, is that the devil is very tricky. Well,
Hmm.
people think that they know everything about what's going on. Nobody knows everything. And so when there's your birth date, and then there's also the registration date of your birth. They're two different dates. When
And
you are
social
born,
security number.
you are born free. Yeah. When you register for a birth certificate, what that does is it makes you a slave of the US corporation. So all of your labor, and we just had Labor Day, we think it's a great celebration, but what it is that they have um, taken our time and energy in our labor and are trading it around the world and making trillions for themselves. There's a lot of money coming back to the people who are leading this force. And hopefully people will look for themselves. It's a very personal decision, like I said. Um, I gave up my US citizenship in May 20th, but I there's like 100 steps and I'm on step maybe, 15. So I did my
Okay, so
baby
I got
boots.
about a dozen questions. Okay,
Okay.
first is I don't know. You could just signal me or something if you want me to stop. But you told me about some people in Lindstrom, this is right up in your neighborhood, who were arrested, harassed, door kicked in, and they were at January 6th. They didn't go in the Capitol building, right?
Right.
Family arrested. Okay, so that's the kind of power you're going up against. Also, I'll say they, if Donald Trump hadn't announced that he's going to be running for president or stayed in politics, they wouldn't even have mentioned his name again. But look what they're doing to him. Look at that evil. Aren't you afraid that they're going to come after you?
No, I'm a law abiding um per I shouldn't say person. Oh, individual. Free soul. And I am not going to speed on the roads. I am not going to, fight like that. What Rosemary Westberg did with her family is that she was putting up a fight for what she thought was right, and that is she supports Trump. And at the time, I mean, I still do. I People should fight for what they believe in. But to me, we're all being, I mean, I hate to use this word again, but we're all being bamboozled. All this stuff about Trump and Biden, and they're all fake actors, all of them. And yet, there's a lot of emphasis around how Trump is going to save everything. We have to stop that mindset overall. We have to do our own due diligence to research the history, find it out. We need to take action ourselves. We can't wait for some savior to come in. Even Q says um, that Trump is not the savior. I forget the exact words that Q uses, but it's not like that. So we all have to wake up and start researching ourselves and start taking action ourselves and start talking to our neighbors and start getting groups together to truly get enlightened.
You remember who Randy Weaver was, don't you?
No.
Ruby Ridge. He was the ex Green Beret who they ended up killing his wife and his son, right? Or two children. But anyway, he was out in Idaho and he built himself a cabin and went reclusive. And what they went after him for, it was kind of a David Koresh type of thing. Can you hear me, Leanne?
Yeah.
And but one of the things they went after him for was he wouldn't pick up his mail. And he sold a sawed-off shotgun, but that was the two excuses they went after him for. The FBI invaded his private property in Idaho, and the FBI shot this boy's dog, and he opened fire on him. The kid was out hunting, I guess, or kind of thinking they were coming. So they shot him dead. Then they killed his wife and killed his child. You need to read up on that. It's they went after him because he refused to comply with the system,
And was he a
and
U.S.
that
citizen? Because then he has to comply with those statutes and codes. There's something different about the legal system than a lawful system. The legal system has is unlawful actually, and it has codes and statutes that citizens need to follow. But the law of the land comes from the Bible, and pretty much the only law in there is if there's no injury, there's no law broken. Period. So I don't need to read up on it because I don't want these onesie twosie situations. I want the true history and I want to know what I can do about it. It's
well,
not
you need to read up on that and how evil they were going after him. But in the 15th century, Thomas Hobbes wrote a book. It's very hard reading because a lot of reasons, but he wrote against English law and how screwed up that was, and they ended up going after him too. But he said, for instance, okay, here's an example, one of the many that he used, and it's been years and years since I read this book, but he said, if your neighbor steals your cow, you can't go to court and say and prove that it's your cow. You have to go to court and prove that it's not his cow, and just things like that. So even if it's got your brand on it, you have to somehow prove that that is not his brand. And simply by proving that it's not his brand makes it a possibility that it's yours. And that's how stupid the court system works.
okay, but that's under the legal system. So
Yeah,
that's
but
what
it was laws from the Magna Carta, but our laws are exactly patterned. If you read the Magna Carta and you read our Constitution, so close to being the same thing. So close.
Leanne, do you believe that Trump put the USA Corp into bankruptcy?
No, it happened in the 30s.
I think the last person to do it was Obama, if I remember correctly. It's happened three or four times. The first time was, I think, in 1876, but don't quote me on that. And the last time was like Nate, what was it? Early
18,
2000s or something.
1876, was that Garfield?
I don't know.
He was assassinated, but I think it was Garfield.
So you don't think that Trump did that, and not to a
I
restructure?
heard, yeah, and I don't know. I can't speak to things that I feel like I don't know. Like I don't want to say something that's just hearsay. I don't follow Trump very much, just like I don't follow Biden because I think that it's a huge waste of time. I believe in what Trump did completely, and I voted for Trump
Yeah.
both times. uh, when I could vote. Now I can't vote anymore, which is fine because I will be voting for my state assembly people soon enough, especially when we get our own courts up and running. But I believe wholeheartedly that Trump is a good guy deep down. I think his policies and what he's done for the African American or AKA Black people, what he did was more than any other president. And within 3 years, he did more than what um, yeah, uh, Obama did in 8. um, he put up a wall, and I am for the wall 100% because I know that the wall is keeping both drugs and human trafficking to a minimum.
Yeah,
I believe in his policies on bringing jobs and keeping jobs in America. I
America
believe in
first.
America first. I believe in almost everything that he has done. Um, and I don't really care if he sends out mean tweets. To me, that is just
I
stupid
love it.
to not
I love it.
vote for
Who
someone for that.
cares? Well, here's the thing
Yeah.
about a wall, and when he was trying to get $8 billion for the wall, and they wouldn't give it. They wouldn't, Democratic Congress and Nancy Pelosi refused to give a penny for the wall, not one penny. And Joe Biden, there won't be a penny spent, won't be a foot of wall built. When he was trying to do that, they were all, the walls don't work. But the people who were not saying that was the people working the border. They're like, yeah. And for one thing, you can't drag children up over a 30-foot wall. So, but what it does is it concentrates them into spots to where they can be managed. And not only, it's not just a wall, there's sensors, there's cameras, there's drones, there's all kinds of things that goes with this wall. I mean, every one of these rich, I almost said a bad word, but damn it, I won't do it. Every one of them's got walls around their houses. You better believe it, or they got guards. But this imbecile, okay, that we've got now. So we had all this material piled up down there in the desert that was to go toward building the wall. So Biden is selling it now for pennies on the dollar. Anything he can get out of, because he's going to make sure that the next president can't put up a wall. You know why they're doing this? Because their belief is that anybody who comes into this country illegally and is given this $2,200 a month that they're giving them is going to vote Democrat from now on. They are importing Democrats from all over the world. That is a fact. And it's funny that nobody calls them out on it.
See, but here's the
Wait
thing.
a minute, she's smiling. What are you thinking?
If everyone were to stop paying taxes, they would have no money to do all this crap. Do you like what anyone is doing with our taxes? Absolutely not. I can't
No,
believe they're doing even more to Ukraine
I
under the
know,
bill
I
with
know.
the Maui stuff. Another 24 billion. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it's all propaganda. The CIA was formed, um, and right after JFK was killed, I believe it was right around that era. Um, there is a statute in place that says the CIA can put out propaganda. So everything that you're hearing in the media about Biden and all that stuff, it's all propaganda. It's all brainwashing crap. Why do you care so much about stuff that you can't fix? Right now, what you can do is if you want to become an American state national, you do that through your state, then you patent your land. So then you won't pay land taxes anymore. You tell them that you're not a citizen and you won't pay income tax anymore. And you don't pay for fees to register your vehicle. You don't pay for all that crap that is going to the government. And when they
What about
stop
property tax?
money, what?
What about property tax?
That's what I meant. The first, when you patent your land,
Oh,
you don't
okay.
have to pay. You you figure it out so you don't have to pay property tax.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
you can put it in your land in an LLC and it's an individual being. Uh,
No, you don't do
entity.
anything. You don't follow the rules at all. You go to your county recording office and your land recording office, which is through the assembly, and you patent your land. Now, I haven't done it yet. I'm just starting this process with land patents, and I have about 78 acres. You can believe that I'm paying through the nose in Minnesota on property taxes, and I'm sick of it. We have fought
Yeah.
it many times. They are totally unfair. There's a conflict of interest of how they decide what taxes we pay and everything. And when I started to learn about the American State National, it's all making sense now. It's all coming together. We need to come together as a people. We have to stop relying on these people who we supposedly vote for, which we're
Yeah.
not voting
Right.
for our government. We are voting for a corporation president and his heads, pretty much. And it's all rigged. It's been rigged since I think the 70s. They've proven it.
Yeah.
It's been rigged in other countries. And the United States corporation rigged other countries. It's all proven. So
See, I think
why do we
I
keep talking about this and talking about it? We should forget it. Learn from the past, change, and make what we are doing as a people something that we can control. And that
so
is to stop giving them money.
I
Stop
agree.
it.
I think that that was Trump's goal from the beginning. I think that that's what his goal was to completely take down the USA Corporation, bring it back to look at his opening inauguration speech. That's what he meant. And I'm telling you, the guy is good.
Leanne, what's your dad think of that? And Chris, what you're
Chris is
doing?
hesitant. He is a thinker, and I love him for his brain because I am a doer and he's a thinker. And together we are yin and yang. I have not talked to my father about it. He has the mental capacity of, someone who isn't, I shouldn't say it like that, but I love him, but there's no way I can have this conversation with him.
Oh,
Some people think I'm crazy and they say, "Oh, you're not doing this, you're not becoming a sovereign citizen." I said, "No, there's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. You can't be a sovereign and a citizen at the same time because a citizen is a slave and a sovereign is a free person. So, no, I'm not a sovereign citizen."
her dad would remind you of Dick Grimes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's got a doormat in front of his front door that says "Go away."
I
So
like it.
yeah, it sounds like you're jumping on dangerous ground because
I don't know.
yeah,
I
I
like it.
agree with everything you're
I
saying.
like it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They can take, if you win the lottery, you hear these people win $600 million. The government gets half of that for what? What did they do to deserve half of it? But
Because they own you.
here in this state, if you live long enough to collect Social Security, the state of Minnesota is going to tax you again. What? Why are we echoing? Where's that coming from? Oh, it might be me.
And let me tell you something about the state of. Whenever it's the state of, it's a sub company of the U.S. corporation. Okay. If you say Minnesota State, that's different than the state of Minnesota. So the state of Minnesota is also incorporated to make money, just like the US corporation. They don't care about the people who are living and all they care about is our labor because we're making money and giving it to them through taxes.
Okay,
They
here's a
they we're being sold on the stock market pretty much, our heads pretty much. And
Yeah, to China.
each state has their own corporation. So again, you have to, the wording is very, very important to understand. I'm going to put something
Okay,
in here.
here's the state of things, in my opinion. Okay, the Democrats are taxing us, breaking our backs. They're using our money to buy votes. They're putting everybody on the system. John F. Kennedy started this whole thing. He created a deal between himself and unwed mothers or whatever to feed their children. You have a bunch of children, we'll give you a bunch of money. You have more children, we'll give you even more. So people live on that. And there's more people living on that system now. Huh?
I don't think JFK started that, just so you know.
Don't think what?
You said that JFK started the, was it like welfare system?
He enhanced it big time. And the deal is this: to enable people, and I don't know, maybe I got this, I got to put this on restart. Hold on just a second, because something is making this echo. What the Democrats want is more people living on the system because they will take your tax money to buy their votes. And that's what they were doing with the $1,400 check and all that. And I have a friend, lives up in Baxter now, but he said he'd been a Democrat since he came back from Vietnam. And when he got back, who was the governor? I'm thinking, it was Hubert Humphrey. Gave him a rebate check, and he's like, I needed that money so bad. And I've been a Democrat ever since because I was so grateful to get that check. And I said, really? So if he'd have been a really good politician, you would have been rewarded for going off to Vietnam. So they're doing it more and more. And these people coming in, nobody called them out on it. They were giving them cell phones as soon as they crossed the border. You know why? So they could call all the relatives back in Nicaragua or wherever they were coming from and say, come on in. I got in. Come on in. They want these people pouring in here. They also give them free rent, food, money. And that fancy hotel they're staying in New York, they have trashed that out. And now, Cody, why are we getting this echo?
I think my mic's picking it up or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Mayor Eric Adams of New York, he's pleading for help. Hochul, Kathy Hochul or whatever her name is, governor of New York.
Yeah.
She's begging for help. And remember these people? We're a sanctuary state. We want our immigrants coming here. Well, you know what? They're whining because they got thousands of them now. But you know what? Texas has been dealing with millions of them year after year after year. But they want them pouring in here because they're going to vote Democrat from now on. And in this state, Walsh just signed a law in effect to give them driver's license. Every one of them. So what comes next? They can vote.
You don't think people are waking up to this disgusting reality?
No, they're not. No, they're not. And you can see
How could anybody vote Democrat after seeing the last 3 years?
I wish you'd have been in Rapid City over the weekend. We had these two ladies from California, and they were, we had this long table, and they were kind of right there, and we were over here. And the way they look at things, it just blows me away. It's like you can't see Biden is the best president. And I said, we were in California a year ago on Memorial Day. We paid $6.79 for a gallon of gasoline. So I said, how can you think that this guy is, every theory that they had, I blew it out of the water. And the one girl was a more moderate. She's like, no, I want to hear what this guy is saying. And it's like they are so brainwashed. They're so controlled. And I don't know why that started, but all of a sudden it just started echoing.
You just got a little louder, I think.
Maybe that's what it is. My preaching stage.
But I've got a good video related to what you just said.
Okay, let's have it. All right, Cody is going to play a video, and then it'll come right back to us.
Right-wing extremists are into that gender binary, which is very oppressive.
So I'm just going to really fast. I'm not a right-wing extremist. I'm actually
you have American flag on your shirt.
I'm a United States Air Force veteran. My parents are legal immigrants from the Middle East. I don't give into the right wing. I'm not right-wing just because I I don't give into that. Like, for instance, first of
Well,
all,
do you believe there are two genders?
yes, I believe
Well,
there's
then you're a right-wing extremist.
that has nothing to do with being right wing. There's men and women, and some people have gender
Are you
dysphoria.
did you wear a mask during the pandemic?
I definitely did not wear a
Well,
mask.
then you are a right-wing extremist.
God, dude, I can't.
I'm getting very uncomfortable here. I am already, risking my life being here that you're not wearing a mask.
Are you?
Did we lose it?
No, it should auto switch back. But you see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Those are the
if you
crazy
don't
people.
agree with them, you're a racist right off the bat. You're a racist. They know what's in your heart, and
Leanne, you were able to hear that, right?
Yeah,
see it?
and you know what? I take a totally different view. Not on one side or the other. I take the view that
What'd you just do?
all of the conversations around that and all the other very high emotional topics is all propaganda in order to get us to hate each other. And
but
what
it's
do we do?
working. How can you get? I believe you.
Again,
Cody
you
believes
are
you.
letting it happen by talking poorly about Democrats. You are doing it by talking about people who don't agree with you. Instead, we need to find common ground. We need to come together and fight the people who are putting the propaganda out in the first place.
I think that your plan is great, but it sounds like it would take 60 years.
Anna started this a long time ago. There's some people who've been working at it since the 70s.
I knew a
People
guy
who
that was into
know.
something like that. He was from down in Jordan, Minnesota, and I'm not sure how it turned out. I haven't talked to him in 20 years, but he was the same way. He was trying to be a sovereign citizen, and the fact is, he owed a bunch of back taxes, and he wouldn't pay them, and I ended up paying a whole bunch of them because I ignored a tax levy on him. So
There's
it
no
cost
such
me a
thing as
ton
a
of
sovereign
money.
citizen. There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. Do I need to say it again?
It's a nationalist.
Yeah, well,
You're
he
either
had some kind of,
sovereign
it
or
was
you're
a
a
similar
citizen.
idea.
You're not both.
I want to see some of the stuff, some of the literature on this stuff.
I just posted a bunch of stuff in the comments. If you want to pull them up and save them as your favorites and go through them later, more power to you.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you on anything. Leanne's a smart lady. She's got more degrees than a thermometer, but I just don't know anything about what you're talking about here.
Did you post that privately, or because it's not showing up in the chat here? So
So how long you got your education?
It's okay, no worries.
So you got
copy them.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I must be putting them in the wrong one. So sorry. I'll post them in the comments now. Okay.
Okay, share contact.
Actually,
okay.
It doesn't give me an option to.
Oh, you have to be on Facebook, comment on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, that's the only channels we're on tonight. Is Facebook and YouTube.
See that?
So
lag?
how do I
That's
get on there?
Internet.
Oh,
If you go on YouTube, you can search REELUS, REELUS.
God, we gotta fix that echo.
It's the internet. It keeps popping up bandwidth.
I know, I see it.
Nothing we can do about it.
Oh, there is. I'll get on the phone to CenturyLink in the morning.
Did you say realist? I can't find it.
REELUS.
Oh, real us. Oh yeah. Okay, so is it episode 1?
The whatever says live.
That's why we're not getting comments, probably, because everybody thinks it's on my page or your page.
This is just a YouTube channel that we just started. Does it show live?
Yeah,
No.
it shows live on my
There's
Facebook
podcast
page.
episode 1. Ooh, there's one. Hold on, I see it. There's me. Okay.
There's you.
Okay, so we didn't have to name this one or number it.
I don't know. What does it say? Does it say what is the title of the video? I don't. I'm still learning.
We didn't put a title in
REELUS
today.
podcast episode number 1 is what it is.
It'll work. That'll work. Okay.
Okay. Well, this is actually our first real one, I guess.
Yeah.
The rest have been just practice. So
So, Leanne, you got your education in Queensland, Australia, a lot of it. So, how much of this stuff did you pick up down there?
No, I studied abroad in Australia for a semester. I did not get most of my education there. I received my education from a small school, Taylor's Falls, Minnesota. Our school shut down. It was so small. I graduated from high school in Chisago Lakes, and then I got my undergrad from Hamlin University in psychology,
Well, that's fancy
business
dancy.
and religion. And then I went to Concordia and I got a master's degree. And then I went to the University of Minnesota and got a second master's degree. So all in Minnesota, which my last degree was in 2015. It's been a while.
Okay, so you went to
Wow.
Queensland, Australia for fun and summer
Yeah.
romping around the city. Okay.
have you met Jess?
No, because she,
Virtually, I have. Virtually.
yeah, virtually. Because we were on, yeah, when we met with Angie, we had you on virtually. We met at Redstone, and Jess was there. But she and I did a book signing at Apple Orchard in Wyoming last year, and she had to leave. It started raining anyway, and Jess got there just a few minutes later. So,
Interesting. Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. No,
Are you guys seeing the comments I'm posting? The links?
If
No,
I
did
turn
you-
it back on, it'll probably start echoing.
Did you post it on YouTube?
Facebook?
I'm posting on YouTube, yes.
No, but I posted on YouTube and it showed up.
Okay, hold on just a second.
So I'm wondering if because what I think is the one we're on is REELUS 3. It should say live. So I think you might have posted on a different one.
Well, I can see my face, so I know
Oh, and
it's this
okay,
one.
so yeah. Okay, so it's that one.
Well, I can see my face, so I know.
I got to turn this off. There is about a 3 or 4 second delay.
From live to now, yeah.
Yep.
But are you seeing comments on there? Do you see comments?
No, I haven't seen any comments, and I probably won't until we're done. I don't know. What is the deal?
Well, you're on Facebook.
I'd have to look it up on YouTube.
I'll look it up.
All right, so it's almost comical. A couple of years ago, I said, "Well, Trump's going to end up running again, and wait till you see the shenanigans they pull." So they may as well tar and feather him because they're not going to let up on him, and they're trying this thing with the 14th Amendment, and that's not going to work. Legally, it shouldn't work. So, 14th Amendment, they're trying to say, well, he's a convicted felon, or he was a treasonist and insurrectionist, so he's can't run for office. So it doesn't matter that 75 million people voted for him in 2016, and more of them voted for him in 2020 than they'll ever admit. That the will of the people doesn't matter. It's Democrats' will is what matters.
I disagree. I disagree. And I think Trump is the most important official to get back in office because we're not going to make it to Leanne's, what Leanne is doing is completely different.
No, I agree with you, Cody.
but-
I'm just saying reality is they're going to do everything they can do to get him off the ballot. And now they're talking about the 14th Amendment. And they're taking out, they're playing his speech about march peacefully and patriotically down to the Capitol. They take that out of his speech and just play march down to the Capitol and fight like hell. So I don't know. He's just dumb. They, as I posted on Facebook, they poop and he steps in it. That's how it's going. they set traps for him, and January 6th would have happened whether he was there or not.
Of course,
But
it
he
would've.
had to go over there and bring this trouble on himself. Everything that happens to him is like, why did you take the documents?
Okay,
You know they're
but-
going to
but-
come
but-
after you
okay.
for that.
Hold on, there's a lot of things going on with that right now with Laura Loomer. I don't know if you know who Laura Loomer is, but she's been posting a lot of things. They have confirmed that what is going on with the CIA and FBI. They are bringing Ukrainian diplomats, not diplomats. They're bringing Ukrainian spies over.
Okay.
They went into the U.S. Capitol, and they had a lot to do with that day. I don't know. Have you heard about this, Leanne, at all?
No.
What's her name? Laura what?
Laura Loomer.
And what's her title?
She was an attorney for Trump, I believe, in 2019. I don't quote me on that. I can't. But there's a lot going on with that. It is coming out to where the Biden DOJ, his entire, and connected to Obama, literally hired and is flying back Ukrainians to spy, and has been since 2019. There was just an arrest video released of a police officer in Florida arrested a guy. He looked up his record, and the first thing he said, "I've never seen this before." It says, "Call Customs and Border Patrol or the FBI," which FBI I'm sure he's seen before, but not Customs and Border Patrol. You tell me what's going on there. And I haven't had time to do the investigation on everything, but listen, things are coming uncovered, and it's a good thing because everybody is so sick of what's going on in America right now that I mean, everybody's just, if they don't start finding out soon, they're just going to give up because it's been almost 3 years now of this disgusting government corruption and drunk Nancy Pelosi on stage waving her finger around and can't even complete a sentence
And tearing up
and ripping up
the speakers or the speech for the president.
yeah.
So Obama keeps coming up. Now let me put my 2 cents on about our fine man there. Okay, so in about 2006, I read his books, Audacity of Hope and Dreams of My Father. Am I boring you, Leanne?
No, I'm putting my comments so everyone can see them.
Oh, okay. So this is why I voted for him, and then I'll get to the bad part in a second. So I read his. I remember this from Audacity of Hope.
You read his letter to Alex first, though, right?
What?
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, I know you are. So this guy was brand new, okay, in politics, or at least I thought he was, and he was a junior senator from Illinois, and I was reading his book, and I was sitting right out here reading that book in the backyard, and I believe it was 2006, and Jess and I were sitting out there, and my buddy, Jamel, you know him, he's black as a snow tire, and I'm whiter than a snowman, but we've been buddies for so long, but his last name is Johnson, so he tells everybody he's my son. All right, so he came back there, and he said, "So what are you reading?" And I said, "I'm reading this book by this new senator, this junior senator from Illinois." And I said, "I can tell you right now, this will be the first black president of the United States." And so I said, "This is what I read in his book." So he said he was hobnobbing around Chicago with all the Chicago's elite. But in order to find out what real Americans were like, he had to go downstate Illinois. He went to little towns where there was nobody at the table but himself and a farming couple. And he said, "You know what? Americans don't expect much. All they want is to be able to send their children to college, have a home, decent transportation, you know, the American dream. And that's not too much to ask in a nation as rich as ours." So I thought, that's brilliant, yeah. So, but what I found out, okay, he got into office. Now, remember, price of gasoline was out of sight then, too. And he said he was going to have everybody investigated. But as soon as he got into office, all that ended. And I said, okay, Jamel, what happened to our buddy? And he said, oh, he got bought. And so, what I found out about Barack Obama after it was way too late is that he was just another good old boy Chicago style politician. And remember, they sent Rob Blagojevich to jail for 10 years for trying to sell Barack Obama's seat in the Senate when Barack went from the Senate to running for president. Barack Obama was as knee deep into that as he could be. And he would have had some of that money. And you know something else? We still don't know what happened to his cook.
Wow. We don't know. Day one, he was there. Day two, he wasn't there. Day three, he was there, but not on the property. And day four, the police covered it up and said, because
Yeah, it just ended. And the guy was a good swimmer. And he was out pedal boarding or whatever he was doing and drowned. And so that and the cocaine, they just swept that under the rug too. Yeah, some cocaine in the White House. That's the good and decency that old Poop was going to bring to the White House. And that's what we got. And then the aides say, oh, well, that's not a big deal. We've had pot show up in the White House during Biden's term. So, boy, I tell you that. Did you see that picture I posted the other day?
no, I don't really go on Facebook.
Okay, well, I'll have to show it to you, but yeah. So they are just crooked as the day is long. This is corrupt. And Biden's going to Hunter's going to all these state dinners. Yeah, he's still
Got to sell all that artwork.
He's making deals, man. He's making deals.
But they're all private. They're all private buyers. Nobody can know who bought the artwork.
Oh yeah,
you got to launder your money somehow, right?
Yeah, I got to show you this, Cody. This is gonna rattle your slats. Hold on just a second here. This is good. Oh, it's trying to get signal.
You push something. Push the back button. Yeah.
Put that in front of your camera and show that to Leanne.
I don't know if the audio is coming through, but it's just a laughing, cracked out hyena, basically.
All right, so okay, so what else we got?
I don't know. You know what's interesting is in a few days, a lot of Trump's executive orders are going to be ending, especially the 13848, I believe, September 15th on Friday. That ends. They can't be renewed, as far as I know, and they kept being renewed by the Biden administration. Are you familiar with that, Leanne?
I thought he already canceled all of Trump's. He canceled 47 executive orders the day he took office.
Not these.
Do you want to know who makes executive orders?
The USA
Presidents
Corporation?
of corporations.
Oh, well,
Well, so okay. Well, I guess you can't be a president unless you're the president of a corporation, right?
No, you can be the president of a republic.
We are a republic.
we are a republic.
We're not. You are
Constitutional republic.
No, you are a democracy. That's very different from a republic.
We were founded as a republic.
No, we're
Exactly.
The difference is a democracy is where everybody votes on everything, every school levy, everything. A republic is where you elect legislators to make those decisions for you. So we are a constitutional republic. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under
No,
God.
you're not right now. I'm sorry, Win.
When did that
We're
change?
not
though?
a republic right now.
So when did that change? Like because executive orders have happened through history since day one of presidents.
1876.
Oh, that sounds about right. Are you sure it's not 1776? No, I'm kidding. But no, I mean 18.
No wonder Garfield got blasted.
I
Actually,
mean,
it might have been 1820. It's like 18, I don't know. But I do know we are not a republic. And that's why when you work towards being an American state national, you are working to restore the original republic of the United States of America.
but do you
And
think that's the only way? Like, what if Trump did put in place these executive orders to, because you can, there's chapter 7, there's chapter 11. One is restructure, one is you're done. What if Trump did that? And it's been in court for 3 years, going through Supreme Court, all this stuff. What if that actually did happen?
we still need
And
people. We need a new court system that is not part of the bar system. Do you know what bar stands for?
I don't know what it stands for, but I know it's a
It
big
stands
test.
for British Accreditation Registry.
Oh,
Do you know if you go to any website of the Attorney General for any state, it says that they are there to uphold the crown. You, the U.S. corporation is out of Europe. That's why everything that runs the U.S. corporation is all about, uh, like it goes back to the crown. So it was stolen.
Oh, just something we overlooked when we got our independence, I suppose.
well, no, there's another thing connected to that. In every courtroom, you'll see an American flag with orange fringe on it as well.
And that means
And
it's been captured.
yeah,
So a flag that has a gold fringe around it means that it's been captured. That's the U.S.
under
corporation
control,
captured it.
under control, under
Captured in
control.
battle, you mean?
No, no, by the U.S. corporation. They control it. It's the U.S. court system. That's why every courtroom.
You're talking about the gold
Yes,
silky fringe?
yes.
That's not a true um,
Poke my eyes out.
United States flag. And did you know that there's a peace flag of the United States? We've been at war since I don't know how long, but in my yard, I'm flying a flag that has a white background with blue stars, and the red and white stripes are vertical. That is our peace flag, and nobody knows it. That's why whenever you see one of those peace flags, those people are probably part of the state assembly.
Never seen one before. Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, I'll where are you getting the comments on the Facebook? Because I can put it there.
No, no. Did you do it on Facebook or YouTube?
I did it
Because
both places.
I'm getting mine when I post it, but I'm not getting yours. The Facebook, because we're posting on we're posting on group. Is not gonna see, but if you post on YouTube, it definitely would show up, just like mine is. Like, do you see it like down here, or
See
I don't know?
yours. I see that you said I don't see it, Leanne, and I posted all of them right there. So
Oh, you did.
I
So you see it. So you see
yeah,
it next to mine.
yours.
Oh, weird. I don't see it. There's something weird. Maybe it's because we're not monetized yet, or it's our first episode. But yeah, you are right. It does show up as Realist Podcast episode number 1. And this is all just the things I need to learn. Like, I'm not a producer, but it's a lot of producing. So
Okay, it says this hidden comment might include sensitive content or spam.
where do you see that? On Facebook?
Right there.
Is that Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, well, click on hide.
What?
Right on the bottom of the comment. No. On the top. Top. You see on hide? Yeah, on hide it. You gotta actually click it though.
Oh, I got a picture of Anna von Reitz.
Yes, that was the first
Yeah.
one that that's good.
That's cool. Yeah, it's got the whole link.
Is that
Yeah,
on
so
Facebook or YouTube that you're looking at?
Facebook.
Oh yeah, YouTube won't let me press the send button.
YouTube
Huh.
won't let you send?
Uh-uh.
Oh, maybe we already got banned.
What I got from that little theme song you play at the end,
Yeah.
I got some kind of notification the other day. It said you're muted in some countries because this music might belong to someone.
Well,
I mean, who
we were
cares?
playing other stuff too, but
No, not on that one.
no.
No, we did not.
Oh,
We did not.
I don't know. Keeping up with all this stuff, all these regulations, at least,
Well, you have to break them before you know what they are, right?
or you just got to read a lot.
No, well, that's too much work. I want to read what I want to read.
So you want to know how the left is pushing? You know, you've got the president's wife, whatever her name is. She thinks she's a doctor. She's got COVID, but she got booster.
Yeah, I know.
And then now Whoopi Goldberg has.
They're coming up with all this.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
As you can see, Whoopi is not here. She has COVID. Yes, it's back. It's back.
It's back.
But she's on the
So
mend.
is
She's on the
election
tail
year.
end, and she'll probably be back this week. But sorry, she's not here. For those of you who are looking forward to seeing her.
It's back. It's back.
Oh, they're already
You gotta
talking
push it,
mask
right? You gotta-
mask mandates, and more vaccines.
Did you see dumbass Biden today walk out and he's like, "Yeah, they keep telling me to wear a mask, but don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't wear a mask." Just
Well,
don't
he
tell
gets
'em."
up like this. I haven't seen the video yet, but
It's dumb.
he gets up like this, pinning a Medal of Honor on a Vietnam veteran. So he's right in his face, and the guy's 81 like he is. So I don't know. Biden is just about a. He thinks bacteria is a rear door to a cafeteria. Hey, Cody, I was wondering about something. What? His doctor told him to drink Canada Dry, and the damn fool went up there and tried it. Leanne, what are you thinking about over there?
So I pulled up, I'm trying to pull up a nice link for the peacetime flag of the United States. And I'm posting it on Facebook right now. So I don't know if you can see it, but
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this mouse is for that one. I don't.
Oh yeah, because you got the.
This
Is yours
is-
touch screen?
Yeah. But this is separate. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to figure out that, like, how I can collaborate the system with this.
So you're not seeing the same thing as this on your screen?
No. But I keep thinking that this mouse is going to this, so I'm randomly clicking on
Oh.
stuff over here.
I'm seeing that cursor going all over, and it's like,
Yeah. Leanne can't see a cursor, right? You don't see a cursor going all over the screen, right?
not unless you mess
No,
a whole
I
bunch
can't.
of things up.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't see that. It's all good.
So you got another video for us?
Sure.
All right, let's see what else you got.
I don't even. Well, this one's about how the FDA literally has no control over the baby lotion. They don't care what's in it. They can't control it. It's a little longer. Do you want to
Oh,
play
because it's not FDA. It's
it? I can play it if you want.
how long is it?
We can stop it whenever.
And again, we got that weird echo.
I want to ask some questions of you, and a simple yes or no is fine. The FDA's authority over the safety of baby lotion. First, can the FDA require a review of baby lotion for safety before it comes to market?
No.
Can the FDA require the manufacturer not to use a toxic ingredient, for example, formaldehyde, in its baby lotion?
No.
Is the manufacturer required to register with the FDA before selling its baby lotion?
No.
So I think my first statement is becoming truer. Once the baby lotion comes to market, can the FDA require safety information about the baby lotion?
No.
If the baby lotion has caused bad reactions in the babies, can the FDA require a recall?
No.
If the manufacturer is aware of the baby's bad reactions, would the manufacturer be required to report that to the FDA?
No.
Well, I think everybody's paying rapt attention here.
Isn't that something? I mean, you can't even have an FDA regulate. They regulate everything through COVID pandemic, but they can't regulate anything about baby lotion to save the babies and make sure that there's no formaldehyde or whatever they put in this stuff. Tell me, I mean, that just boggles my mind. I just got a notification. Bill Gates bought $95 million worth of Anheuser-Busch.
No,
He's all Bud Light.
no, Bill Gates or
Bill Gates, I got that notification at 6:11 tonight. I just saw it. Yeah, $95.
You know why he's
95
doing
million. I mean, what?
You know why he's doing it? Because Billy Bush was going to buy it and try to turn it around.
Who would buy that brand? Nobody wants anything to do with Bud Light.
Billy Bush, from the family.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, he believes he can turn it around.
I would get as far away from that family as possible after what just happened to Bud Light and Budweiser, and Anheuser-Busch is that's their brand as well. That's Bud Light. That's Budweiser. It's actually Corona as well. Oh no, not Corona. It's Modelo, which is sad because I love Modelo, but.
I don't know why.
It's our internet connection. It's the lag. It's the lag. If we had better internet connection, it wouldn't happen.
Why are we going through this, Spencer?
I don't know. Let's not worry
Because
about it.
no, we're not going to worry about it now. I'm just worried about that. But
We keep getting notifications of bandwidth, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I suppose that's what it is. All right, so yeah, we'll have to figure out something else about that.
So what's up, Leanne?
She's studying something. You
My
posting
comments
stuff?
are too long. It's
You writing another book over there?
yeah. I'm posting the second Declaration of Independence, and it's not letting me because it's too long. But
Well, YouTube lets you post as much as you
no,
want.
YouTube won't let me post anything.
Wait, is that one of the platforms you're banned from? Is that why?
I'm not banned from anything yet.
Oh, I thought
Ought to be.
I thought you said you
No,
should.
I didn't
You
say
should
that.
not be banned from anything.
I just-
we need more people like her out here.
I was kidding. Leanne would raise a little bit of corn so she could fight with the crows.
Hey, Leanne. Leanne, you know, global warming is 100% true, right?
Oh, I didn't buy into that. That was probably one of the first things I didn't buy into.
I got a video for you.
Oh, good.
See Kuwait again? Cow farts are the problem.
Yeah, not burning tires like that.
Not 42 million tires burning in the desert.
42 million?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So don't forget, it's the cow farts. It's anything in the West is the issue. It's never anywhere else that needs to cut back or kill livestock.
Nope.
Or stop growing food.
It's almost always America, in fact.
See Kuwait again? Cow farts are the problem.
Yeah, not burning tires like that.
Not 42.
Yeah. It's super real, right? I mean,
And, you hear people all the time saying, "Oh my gosh, this global warming is just so horrible." And even for some reason, I was watching what Biden had to say about Maui, and he was like, "Well, no one can deny or no, they don't say global warming. They say climate change now." And I'm like, so that's
He said the same thing when the hurricane hit Florida last week. And I'm telling you, they would start fires to promote their climate change. Every one of these wildfires, they're started by arson.
DEW.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
correct.
they would start fires to promote this agenda.
Did you see how the Canadian fire started, Leanne?
Yeah. Did you see the ones in Idaho that are strict, like exactly spaced apart too?
I didn't see the one in Idaho, but I showed wind literally hundreds of miles apart, all DEW caught on satellite through DuPage College. That's what I showed you, right? That's what I showed you. It was all through DuPage College satellite system. They all started from Toronto way up to north of whatever that big bay is. What's that bay?
Oh, Hudson Bay.
Hudson Bay, yeah. Way north of Hudson Bay. Hundreds of miles apart. All started at the same time. Satellite caught. Directed energy weapon. Direct down.
Yeah.
Have you got a little bit of music you can play for just a minute? So I can,
Music? I don't know if it's the music that you're gonna like, but it's funny music. I mean, it's. I'll play it.
Let me type in something. You're gonna mess us up.
Oh, no, I'm not.
I need to be off camera for a minute. Oh, okay.
Your boy Big T. Shout out my boy Dom, Cat Turd, DC Drano, you already know. Peace to Melania. Shout out Junior. Feminem is done. Dear M, you used to be cool, but now you're soft. Maybe you and Tom Hanks both were on that island lost. I used to be a fan until you started getting white guilt. Been quiet till you dissed me. Now you go hear my skill. You said people who's your boy Big T. Shout out my boy Dom, Cat Turd, DC Drano, you already know. Peace to Melania. Shout out Junior. Feminem is done. Dear M, you used to be cool, but now you're soft. Maybe you and Tom Hanks both were on that island lost. I used to be a fan until you started getting white guilt. Been quiet till you dissed me. Now you go hear my skill. You said people who support me usually white and broke. Did you forget your roots, M? I got your family's vote. You used to speak your mind and not care about being canceled. Now these Democrats got you out there tap dancing. At least MGK isn't scared to be himself. You and Macklemore are white, but both wish you were in pale. I got more street cred than you, they trouble me in jail. I'm rich and my wife's a supermodel, I can't fail. Mega is a cool word, but I'm thinking about changing it to mega. Please make Eminem great again. I'm about to go martial law on Marshall Mathers. Eminem beating me is fake news like Dan Rather. You said I got you flustered, I bet you really love me. Maybe fix Detroit first, it's like a third world country. Trust me, I'ma win this battle bigly, this is huge. Every rapper used to love me till they trusted fake news. I have a lot of money, so compared to me you're broke. Eminem and M&M's the candy both went woke. You're a Hollywood sellout, probably owned by China. Add a color to the gay flag for Feminem's vagina. I don't want to hear another word. Big T out, Top G.
Grazie. Oh, you turned the shitty part right around to everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Cody. Yeah. All right, so we're coming up to what else you got? Got anything else, Cody? Leanne's book is right over here. Would you hand me that? Before we sign off, I want to talk a little bit about her book and a couple of the things.
Leanne, can you hear us? Sorry,
I was on mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm just gonna play this one just while I grab your book.
Needles and cuffs, no freedom of speech, the people are stuck. Strong delusion, everybody's stupid and they running amok. Demonic and tough, the Democratic got us all up in cuffs. Them Ricos fake, them charges fake, that case ain't real. These people, Satan, please don't say it's fake for real. That's real. No matter the side, you gotta decide the side you want. God is coming, no time to fumble a ball, and Biden's not enough. Maui's on fire, Biden only gave him $700. Wow. That ain't even rent, that's barely food, you people are wildin'. For real. Evil inside, I see it whenever they smile. These demons gon' see when we rise. Trump is innocent, they are the enemies, never comply. Never surrender, we'll never give in, cause we are the children of God. 2024 Trump time, and we back for a limited time. They can lock him up, still voting for him, everybody know it's time. They scared of Trump cause he the only one that can save the states from the Mars. And I know you you wouldn't mind. Cause Biden got us in a bind, you cannot deny it, ain't nobody lying. The WHO and the UN, New World Order, look up at the signs. The children of God is coming and running, what a time to be alive. The judges and the jury, Fannie Willis turning on America. They the type to put a bullet in you even though your hands is up. This case is looking like Andrew Tate, they locking us up for nothing. But they can't lock up Trump, he way too rich, his bands is up. Stickers on my ride, screaming free Trump when the gang outside. Screaming free Trump every time I drive. Yelling free Trump till the day we die. Putting free Trump stickers on my ride. Screaming free Trump when the gang outside. Screaming free Trump every time I drive. Yelling free Trump till the day we die.
All right.
Can you guys see my comments in YouTube now? I figured it out. They were too long, so I split them up.
No.
Damn.
They must. The government's all over you or something.
Can you see them on Facebook? I'm gonna post these links.
As they say in Kentucky, you've been catched.
Something. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you see him, Leanne? Do you see?
I see him.
Like, I don't see him.
Yes. I had too many words or characters or whatever.
That doesn't work, does it?
Can you refresh it? See, I'm gonna
did.
refresh mine.
I did. Like, I'll even put a heart or something, or 100%, or.
Oh damn! I refreshed it and it didn't come up again.
I don't know what's going on.
So whoever's out there and they're trying to put something in the chat, they're probably not able to. If I'm not able to.
I usually see comments like the next day or two or whatever, and then.
Yeah, but this is live. You know how YouTube live chat goes. It should
Oh
be
yeah,
like immediate.
Yeah. Maybe we've already been. Who knows? Okay.
See, I just wrote hola.
I see yours.
I wonder if it's like a setting on the channel that I need to change.
What?
I'm wondering if it's a setting on the channel from my side. Like, do I have it blocked or something? Like, do I not allow public comments? Because it should be. I don't know. Oh, wait. I just clicked show all. Show every message, including potential spam. And I still don't see it. Weird.
I'm trying again. It looks like it's going through, but I guess.
You must have wrote a lot.
Well, no. Because I'm chopping them up.
Okay, I'm not logged into the right account, so I'm a stranger. Mm-hmm. You guys can keep going. I'm just gonna do my thing here. I'm just looking at this stuff.
Well, do your thing.
So,
okay,
Lynn, how much longer?
What?
How much longer?
We can take off real soon. Tomorrow, Cody you're coming over to help me out with my project, right, Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tomorrow, Cody is going to come down and program us into. When are you going to be able to come on again, Leanne?
I don't know. Probably the week. Maybe Wednesday the 20th.
Okay, that's 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks from today.
Well, I want to talk a lot more about what you had to talk. I was very interested in what you had to say, Leanne, earlier. Like, this is very intriguing to me because it's a different avenue, but I think it's going to take a lot of work. But if it's something that anybody can do, but like you said, you can't vote, right? You cannot legally vote right now.
Well, what good does it do anyway?
I know.
That was
Right.
my whole
No.
point. They've already
Yeah.
bought enough votes to keep them in power from now on. So,
Yeah. It's very interesting. And
but before I lose my train of thought, we need to get on all those other channels. And how can we show what those are?
Leanne, do you have Rumble by chance?
I do.
Could you subscribe to REELUS? Because
Yeah.
we need 5 subscribers, and we just created the account in order to go live on that channel as well.
That's it. We can't go live until we.
I subscribed. My wife subscribed. Did you and Jess set that up by chance?
No, we forgot, but we'll get that done.
Okay.
But there's a lot. There's like, what, 9 or 12 different platforms?
Yeah, we can get on LinkedIn. We can get on Twitter. We can get on any of them.
There's a few. Is there a picture on there? Or is it just says REELUS with a red R?
REELUS.
Project? REELUS Project?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see if I'm there? Because I just followed you, so.
Let me see. I still show 2 followers, which is me and my wife. Is the logo green?
No, the logo is red and it's an R in the middle.
Okay, no, that's not it. This one
And it says real.
Is neon green.
Oh, I'm gonna follow them.
Okay, so while you guys are figuring that out, and we can work on that. Too close, Cody. Back off just a little bit and hold it down a little bit.
I'm trying to deflect the.
Oh, yes. Okay. There.
You
Boom.
see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there 3 followers now?
Well, if it's working as fast as our internet, not yet.
Yeah, we got an internet issue. I've got to talk to Century Stink about that tomorrow.
Here, is this the one?
I can't even see it. Yeah. Yes. That's it.
Okay. I'm following.
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about this before we let her go, and then
3 followers.
all right.
There's 3.
I guess Rumble is pretty big. I don't know a thing about it.
I've been telling you about it. Yeah, we got to get.
I had never heard of it until you told me. So.
Freedom platform.
Okay.
I listen to Rumble more than anything else. So,
you do?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
how
on
did
Rumble.
you hear about it? Okay.
YouTube is fluff tube. Literally.
Oh, because I started following Q a few years ago, and a guy named SGanon. I've listened to all of him, and his main site is there.
Okay.
Who is it? SG?
SG Anon. And
Okay,
he's on there as Q News Patriot, and that's his handle. But his name is SG Anon, but he goes by Q News Patriot.
Cool.
Okay, I want to talk about something else. I'm going to change the subject here for a minute. Okay, this is Leanne's book. She is an author also, and this is her book, Escape Sugar Trap, 4 Easy Steps. And I read this book. You have to have a little willpower, which I don't, but it's a very good book. And
you don't have to have any willpower at all. 0. And it's not 4 easy steps. There's 4 traps.
Yeah, 4 traps.
The traps have to do with the type of struggles that people have when they're trying to quit sugar. Okay. And so, for example, one is I call like the hood. So that's your environment. A lot of people have candy around and things like that. That's one struggle. So what I did was I merged the different struggles with the different types of personalities. Um, so if you followed like Myers-Briggs or things like that, there's a person named Gretchen Rubin who does four tendencies, and there's four types of personalities. So it's a how-to book, and you match up your personality to the struggles that you have, and it has solutions. So that's what the book is about.
Okay, so this is available on Amazon, Goodreads. I
Yeah.
don't know how many have it. So any online uh, platform you can get it, and it is, in my opinion, and I think Leanne will agree that sugar should be listed as a drug because it is a trap, and I can't resist it. But
I like my gummy bears.
oh, I do, and I'll drink diet soda and then eat 3 or 4 fudge bars. But anyway, it's very well written, and you know what? I looked for typos in this, Leanne, and I didn't find any. So very good job. And
Spell
so
checker.
yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
have
I'm a reader, so I pick up on things. But here's just some. I mean, this book is really well done, and
Let me put it in front of my screen.
yeah, why don't you do that? Turn some of the pages, and the book is written in color, which is very impressive because
Is that racist?
no, it's like here's one of my books, and to get one color picture in a book like this, you pay for entire color print is what the publisher is up against. So they will absolutely refuse to print something in color. So if you're published, because they're like, oh, it costs too much.
Okay, so here we'll see if this is any better. Let me get my giant water cup out of the way.
Yeah, your water cup. Hold it down. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it's got all kinds of ideas and ways that you can do this. So, Leanne, you should do a cookbook. That should be your next project. I just thinking about
no,
that.
there's recipes in the back, Win.
That's what I
I
There's
was
all
looking at.
know. I read it 2 years ago, but um, you've got more recipes than that.
oh yeah,
Slow cooking
I sure do.
chili. Slow cooking chili.
I'm trying
But
to
it's
find
like
the link.
you're like an old Kentucky cook. I mean, you're cooking things with lard and all kinds of different things.
Okay, when I just text you the link on Amazon for the book, and then I Facebook messaged you all the links that I would love for you to attach to the REELUS of either Facebook or YouTube for this live stream
We'll put
because
it on
for some
the
reason it's not coming through, but I just sent it to you, so you have
we'll
it.
put it
Okay.
on we'll put it on the description, and in the future we'll actually be able to put it on live for a live link, so people can actually click the link and go buy it directly while we're live.
Yep.
It'll be on the screen. They can
Great.
literally click the screen. So that's
Now, also, if you want a signed copy, we will ship that to you, but you can give details about that.
Yeah. Uh, just contact me through
You
Facebook or
through
I also have a
us,
LinkedIn, Leanne.Vitalis.
and you have books in stock now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the deal. You can get a copy of that. Sugar is bad for you. I'm thinking about sugar right now, to tell you the truth about it. But anyway, I suppose.
I'm going to tell a
Um,
story quick. I sat down with Win to go to sign books at that Apple Festival or whatever it was. And he puts a huge Rice Krispie bar and a can of pop in front of me. And so
while you're signing
I
the
brought
book.
you a snack. And I'm like, Win, what the hell are you doing?
The sugar.
He was trying to reel in some people
I was
who are
not.
addicted to sugar. I'm like, I don't eat that crap. I don't drink that crap. Thank you so much for your thoughtfulness, but
That's hilarious.
I
Way to
thought
go.
you had
yeah.
forgotten
Way to
about
go,
that.
Win. Way to go.
I thought you'd forgotten all about that. Ruh-roh. Well, I mean, that book makes it sound so easy, and I haven't tried it. Maybe it is. I don't know. But Jess gave his wife some zucchini. She baked it into this great pastry, frosted it with a sugary,
Yeah, zucchini bars.
yeah,
Yeah.
and brought it back. So I must try that. Maybe with a little tiny scoop of Cool Whip on top of it. So I can't help it.
Hey.
You know what? And look at this now. Halloween's coming up next month. And I know the kids are not going to take all the candy. So somebody's going to have to get rid of all that candy. So I usually have to do that myself. And then Christmas, there's some sweets involved in Christmas, you know, kids dreaming of sugar plums and that sort of thing. So, yeah, I might have to have. Maybe I'll try it after Christmas. I'll try to kick the habit.
So, quick question: is the book more about manufactured sugar or cane sugar as well?
It's all processed sugar.
Okay,
So
no
it
cane.
goes to the types of sugars, sugar alcohol, and also artificial sweeteners. And what I do now is I cook with honey and maple syrup and ripe bananas and things like that. You can still have sweet stuff in your life, but swapping it out.
Natural,
Yeah.
natural sugar. Yeah, cool. No, I agree. I agree. I mean,
Okay, I'm going to mention one more. Go and give you an example of what some of the things we're going to be talking about because we're going to tell some scary stories after our short political thing that we are going to do.
what? We already did it, didn't
No, I'm talking about in the future.
we? Oh,
So Halloween's coming up, so we're going to tell some ghost stories, and this is something really weird that happened to my sister Lily. And if anybody's read my book, An Angel Was Born, it's Angel's mother. But she and Bill live alone now, and so they were all packed up to go on vacation, and I guess they went out in the yard, looked at their flowers a little bit or whatever, and they had already set the alarm on the house. And they got in their car and they got a phone call, and the guy said, "Ma'am, the police are on their way, and because there's activity in your house." And Lily's like, "Well, we just left. We just came out of the house." Now, keep in mind, if they're in their driveway, they can see both doors to the house, so nobody went in. But the guy's like, "There is activity in your hallway right now, in real time." And so I've got to talk to her more and find out how that whole thing turned out. But it's just really creepy. It's like something you'd see on Paranormal Survivor or something. But I strongly believe in spirits. I absolutely believe in that we are going to live. We're not just going to rot in the ground and that's the end of us. I believe that we've lived before. We'll live again. And I believe in spirits and evil spirits. So those are going to be things that we're going to be talking about between now and Halloween. And then we'll talk about also, we want to talk about recipes and things and cooking and gardening and drought and climate change and Joe Biden. And hopefully he makes his trip around the world without pooping himself in front of another world leader. So there. I think it's about time to sign off. What do you? She's like, I can't believe you just said that. Well, he did. Soiled himself in front of the Pope. Now that's a fact. And
I believe it.
and then he.
Why do we care? Honestly, why do we care? That's my point. Anyway.
Because he's
Yes.
dragging us into World War III. That's why we should care. And even
Not
where
me.
you
He's not
live,
dragging me into World War III.
You're way out there in the corn stalks, but this could still apply to you because you're still at ground zero if they hit Minneapolis.
Yeah. Well, not me either, because I'm too old to be drafted anymore. So
No, I'm talking about nuclear war. There's no hiding
it's
place
not gonna
from
be.
it.
There's no nuclear. It's not going to happen. This is an information war. This is a internet.
Can we talk about aliens sometime too? That'd be great.
Yeah. Are you? Can you get on before 2 weeks, or are you just booked up?
No, I'm out of town. So
Oh, well, have
Oh,
fun.
that's right. You want to do something virtual? I mean, are you going to have time?
If she's on vacation,
oh,
she's
I'm gonna
probably
be with a lot of people and I am totally booked.
Okay, well, then let's just plan for the 20th then, because that is a good. Here's a whole stack of books on aliens and spirits. This whole stack, except for the three on top, which are my books that I've written. But there has been so many books. Brian Weiss, he wrote so many books about it.
Well, let me tell you just one little thing on that. I've been
Okay,
listening to Michael Sala on Rumble. It's mind
okay.
blowing. Some of the things, and like he only talks about facts. It's amazing.
You said Michael Sala?
Sala, Salla, I believe.
Okay. I need to look into that.
There is so much about that that's not shared with the public. But
We'll
Great.
connect on it for sure next time. It'll be a good.
So Win and Cody, what is the name? Is this called REELUS? Like that's the name of the podcast?
I mean, I call it REELUS. REELUS.
Okay,
It's
Got it.
literally like real us and real US. Like
Okay.
real everything. Real us. And I had to spell it that way because I wanted the E's to represent the American flag.
Awesome.
The EE. So that's where that came from. So, yeah.
okay, so next time around, we're going to be talking about aliens and spirits and other dimensions, because those are
Great.
just things that we
Sounds
haven't
fun.
even begun to crack the seal on.
No, but I love talking about that too.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
gotta be
6
fun.
p.m. September 20th, 6 p.m.
Be
Central
there or be
Time.
square. Yep,
Awesome. Okay, it's on my
for
calendar.
sure. Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right. In the meantime, while you're gone, we've got some other guests that are going to be coming on. Margot's going to be with us. She's going to be somewhat of a regular. And then we want to have Chris Allen on. He is the paranormal investigator. He is the DJ up in Duluth.
See if you can get him on the 20th.
Oh, that would be good. What do you think, Leanne?
Yeah.
Do you know Chris Allen? I don't know.
No,
Chris.
she's never met him. He's a friend of Jess and I.
He's a paranormal investigator.
But he's a really interesting guy. He took us to that weird cemetery in Duluth, where there's almost 5,000 people buried, and nobody knows who they were because they were sailors on the Great Lakes or whatever. And so when they died, nobody knew who their relatives were, so they took them to this place. It's up close to the Miller Hill Mall. They took them up there and buried them, and so you go back this ill-maintained road, and you park in this clearing, and then you walk another couple hundred feet, and you go into a clearing, and there's all these stones around this perimeter of this, and there's one plaque at like a picnic shelter thing that describes all these people that nobody knew who they were. So they took them up there and buried them. Some of them were miners, in the iron mines. Some were hunters. Some were lumberjacks. So they died. Nobody knew who their relatives were, and this went on through the 1800s up to about 1949 that they finally stopped burying people there. By that time, I guess the technology came around to know who these people were if they died. So, but we went out there, and Chris took us there, and it is a weird place. It's like going to Gettysburg or something. There's a presence that you feel. If you've never been to Gettysburg, you should go. 53,000 men dead in 3 days. But it's there are some weird places like that on the earth, and yeah. So we passed Wounded Knee during the weekend. Still haven't. You have to get off the interstate and go north on County Road 110 in western South Dakota to see Wounded Knee, but that's another kind of foreboding place.
Well, that'll be a good conversation for when we hit that topic. And if you can get him to come on the 20th with us, that'd be cool. I mean, we could do an hour without him if we're doing like 6 to 7, and then we can invite him on at 7, and then have him join at 7,
Sure.
and then do 7 to 8 with him. I don't know. I mean, it's or half an hour with him. It's up to you guys. I mean,
Yeah, I'll talk to him, find out how long he wants to be on. But yeah, he's an interesting guy. Leanne, are you good with
Great.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will see you then on the 20th of September, Wednesday at
Yep.
6 p.m. And Cody, you and I we'll figure out when we're going to do the live thing again.
yeah.
Very soon. And the previous times that we've been on, we've had, 110, 120 viewers. So very short notice. I didn't post anything that we were going to be on tonight. So I don't know what kind of response we're going to have, but there's people out there listening. So what is that, Cody?
Read it. I wasn't lying.
I can't. Maybe I can read it up there. I can't read it on there.
Breaking: Bill Gates buys 95 million worth.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But anyways, no, good talking to you, Leanne, and
Yeah. Thanks so much for coming on. We really
glad that you
appreciate
were-
it, and you got some interesting stuff going.
I'm very
My
interested.
pleasure.
Very interested. I think, as Wynn says, I think you and I think very much alike.
Oh, I'm surprised. Yeah, you two are. Yeah, I try to stay in the middle, but I can't. I can't stay in the middle.
Don't stay in the
not far
middle.
right.
Step out of the box when step out of the box.
I'm not far right, but what's going on with our country right now is pitiful, and we are being dragged into World War III. That is a fact.
Well, if you're any left, there's not much to defend, to be honest.
Yeah. But remember, buy Leanne's book. I'll get the title right this time. I'll just hold it up and you read it yourself.
It's upside
I have
down.
it upside down.
Remember to put the links on, and you guys have a great night. Thanks so
All
much.
right.
you
Thanks
too.
so much, Leanne. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Leanne.
All
Good
right.
night. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye. All right, Cody. So I guess we may as well sign off too.